Here's the video for the ATV doing its run of the trails. I'll tell you at the end the time it actually managed to do. Unfortunately, some of the video for the last bit was cut off. I'm not sure why. It's not too important. It got most of it. Alright, it's hooked up to the ATV now. Hopefully that looks good on the trails. It was a lot easier to do on the ATV than it was on the Polaris, and I can actually press the buttons on the phone. Alright, so the ATV has really bad front tires. They're as old as the ATV itself, which is not young. Anyway, because of that, I don't want to push it too hard. See, this week was AP exams week. Well, there's a couple more next week, but they're not my AP exams, so it's not important. But anyway, as we all know, we're all quarantined with the coronavirus, and so the exams have to happen a very different way. And the College Board is the people in charge of the AP exams. Now, they're a non-profit, so obviously they're just about making as much money as possible. Not making profit, just making money. There's a difference there, somewhere. Alright, so anyway, the exams, you may have heard some people complaining about them. There was plenty to complain about. So I took 3 different exams: the AP Government, the AP Calculus BC, and AP Physics. It doesn't matter, it was the easy physics, not the really difficult, annoying physics. But anyway, for the first exam, the government exam, I got to use just type stuff in and just paste it into their little box, so you don't have to worry about uploading a photo or anything. So that went pretty well. Nothing wrong happened there. It was all good. Everything went smoothly. I think I did quite well. It wasn't very difficult since they made it only 2 questions in a really weird way. But anyway, I think the exams ended up actually being easier, which makes sense. People couldn't even get through all of the content before the whole coronavirus happened, so they can't include more difficult stuff on it. But anyways, that aside, I think that went pretty well for me. Managed to get my stuff submitted properly and everything. But then the next exam I had was AP Calculus. And now, for the calculus exam, because everything is writing down a bunch of numbers and everything, there's no way you could just type in the text and submit that. I mean, theoretically you could, but to do that, it would probably take about 3 or 4 times as long to try and write down math. No, it just can't. You can't do that. It's just not possible. So obviously, you have to write it down on a piece of paper and do it by hand and take a picture and upload the picture to the site and then make sure that it receives it, and you have to make sure that the picture is in portrait and it has to be a certain size. Well, anyway, I did the entire first problem, got it done. There was one part I had trouble on, and I was like, alright, fine, take a picture. I took a picture and I tried to plug in directly to the computer with the phone I used to take the picture with, and tried to submit it through there. It wasn't working. I unplugged it, plugged it back again. It wasn't working. I couldn't get the picture to transfer that way. So obviously, the next step was finding a different way to do it. Now, my different solution was, I know, I'll just email it to myself to make sure that I get it. So I emailed it. And I kept on refreshing my email in another page, and refreshing it, and refreshing it, and hoping that it would come in quickly, because at this point, I really didn't have that much time left. I only had like a minute or so. It wasn't very much time, and I kept trying to refresh it, and it finally came through. I assume it took a lot longer because literally everybody was using the internet. I mean, everybody in my house is using the internet. Everybody's using the internet for the exam at the same time. Everybody's trying to upload their response. It wasn't working. I finally managed to do it, but I didn't have enough time to upload them all to the actual exam site, and I ran out of time with nothing submitted. So then comes question number 2. Everything seems fine. I know I have to be prepared this time. So I start working on it. Everything's going well, and I know that there's a problem with it being able to email it quickly enough for me to upload it. So they give you 5 minutes at the end to try and submit it. And that wasn't enough time for me last time. Everything happened too slowly. So this time, with about 9 minutes left on the time, I went ahead, stopped what I was doing, took a picture of my work, took pictures of it all, and I went to upload it. So I went ahead, I uploaded the pictures, and I also uploaded pictures of my question 1 because who knows, maybe they would count it. I uploaded them to the thing. I managed to get it to the email. It did take up a lot of time. I don't know, it took maybe a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes to actually send it to my email. So with a couple minutes to send it to my email, plus another couple minutes, well, not a full couple minutes, but maybe another minute to just take the pictures and actually send it. So that was probably 3-4 minutes. So I had about the 5 minutes that they give you to upload left. Everything seemed to be going fine. And since everything seemed to be going fine, it's like, alright, great. I'll be able to get it submitted. At least I'll have the second question submitted, even if I didn't get the first. So I went to their camera thing and uploaded to put the pictures on there. And of course, it takes a few seconds for each picture. I was putting, I can't remember, I think I was only putting three pictures I think. So anyway, I put the 3 pictures on it, and then I hit submit. I made sure that all 3 of them were the correct photos, all 3 of them were there, and I hit submit. I had probably a minute and a half or 2 minutes left, and that's when I hit the submit button. How foolish of me to think that it would only take a minute and a half and it would easily manage to get them uploaded. It just said processing. It was just processing the photos pretty much the entire time. And then right as the timer for taking the exam was about to run out, I believe there were 3 seconds left, it said error, could not submit the photos. Now, if it had happened 30 seconds earlier, I probably could have tried again. But it took a full minute and a half for it to process and say that it couldn't submit them. I have no idea why it wasn't able to submit them. It's a complete mystery. Maybe it just ran out of loading time. Maybe there was something wrong with them. I have no idea. Well, anyway, I ran out of time. I couldn't do anything about it. 3 seconds left. I can't. Nothing loads fast enough for you to upload anything in 3 seconds. So that's it. That was the end of my exam. Good job, College Board. We're all so proud of you. Alright, so that's just about everything, and the final thing is, how long did the ATV take to do that track? Well, not really a track, but whatever. It took 3 seconds less than the Polaris. So, all that power, all the gearing, only gave it an extra 3 seconds in the end, thanks to, well, mostly the suspension and the fact that it is a lot higher up. And so, there's the result. That's it. That's the video. Thanks for watching.